Unless you're one of the few who's absolutely okay with having brain rot and letting your brain cells die from watching STRLR Broly's super attack 15 million times in the span of the next 3 days, then you're not going to be able to place high enough to EZA all 4 of the World Tournament characters, which means you're going to have to pick 1 or 2 or 3 of the 4, which begs the question, who should you prioritize? Who should you feed your medals to? That's all this video is about. We're going to go through each of these 4 characters really quickly. I'm going to go through their value and what they actually bring to the table, but also, hit you with a little bit of, not facts, but just try to make you understand what is actually the best pick for you. But I do have a really quick subscriber challenge before we actually get into it. And just be honest, all right? If you're still doing a World Tournament and you have not lost a single time, then you got caught lagging today. You got to subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. I'm only saying that because I recently lost, as you can obviously tell by my point and win differential, and I'm still a little salty about that, and I'm just pushing my salt onto you. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. If you were perfect before watching this video, you're no longer perfect. It is what it is, but you're still perfect in my eyes because I appreciate you. So nothing but love, but you get my point. It is what it is. You got to sub. But if you have lost, then I empathize with that. I can feel your pain, and you can skip today's subscriber challenge. I will not hand you another L today. Honestly, subscribe because it really, you get the point. Let's hop into the video though. So when it comes to these 4 characters here, they all have their value, I guess you could say, but it really just boils down to, are there better options, right? So I will say right now, these 2, this Goku, and this Gohan are definitely the better of the 4 options. Let's just start with Goku, this Super Saiyan Goku here. This guy's good. He is a support to all allies, 1 key and 25% to attack and defense. Definitely isn't bad, right? A lot better than not having anything at all. Gives him immediate value on any one of these many teams here. But the only issue with Super Saiyan Goku is that there's so many Super Saiyan Gokus that it doesn't make sense to run him over someone like, let's say I guess I can pull it up here. I should have pulled it up before, but you get the point. Hold on. I should have actually clicked the category, huh? Super Saiyans. Where is Carnival Goku? So someone like Carnival Goku, who's giving 2 key and 50% to defense, like this is just an outright better option, right? Than someone like this Super Saiyan Goku or LR Namek Goku, right? There's just a lot of Super Saiyan Gokus who are simply a lot better than him. So it doesn't really make sense to, it does make sense to run him, but I think it's going to come at a hindrance, I guess, or whatever the word is, in terms of just making your team a lot better. Like, he's not going, like, if you're looking for a Super Saiyan Goku, he is going to be your 3rd, 4th, 5th option, which means that it's, again, he's decent, but if you don't have a Super Saiyan Goku, I guess you can choose to EZA him, but, he's not really the greatest character of all time. He's not doing anything super special. His biggest thing here is just the supportability. I guess you can give him this should have been a guaranteed crit, by the way, when facing a Frieza, because then he would have had a lot of potential, or at least value, whenever they drop a legendary Frieza event, right? But unfortunately that doesn't exist yet, so he could have had that. He doesn't. It is what it is. But as of right now, he's not bad for sure. It's just there's just way better options that just make him not as relevant or not as good as he could be, if that makes sense. Then we have this Bardock here, and the same case with Bardock. There's just better options for Bardock characters. I will say, like, Tech Dokkan as Bardock is easily better than this guy. The LR Bardock is better than this guy. If you're looking for more storied figure category allies or Team Bardock allies, then he can definitely get the job done. And he is a support, but unfortunately he's only giving attack, and defense is the key right now. Defense is what you really want to be giving to everyone. He is building up, though. He's definitely not bad. Again, these EZA'S are not really bad at all. They're just, not the craziest of all time, and you're not getting a lot of value out of this Bardock, especially if you're someone who's not going to be obtaining a lot of medals from this World Tournament. So I would say the Super Saiyan Goku and this Bardock, they're definitely good. EZA them if you can, but you really want to focus on these 2 first. I would say Gohan is probably the best here. But when it comes to this youth Goku, he's honestly, the reason why I like him so much is not only because he's a stacker, I mean, obviously stackers have a lot of potential in long forms of content, but he is specific. Like, there is a place and time to use him, very defined by his kit, and that is obviously Super Battle Road. If you were going into any SBR stage or ESBR stage for any one of this, 4, 8, 12, 13 categories here, you're going to be able to get 2 key, 180% to attack and defense, an extra 180% to attack and defense, with a guaranteed additional that has a medium chance of becoming a super, plus another additional that has a high chance of becoming a super, plus a guaranteed additional super attack. So if you're facing 3 or more enemies, you're performing a lot of additional supers, actually a lot of additional attacks, some of which could easily be, one is guaranteed super, right? But you're getting 360% to stats, and he's stacking. So it's like, this guy in SBR, he can actually look really, really powerful. I would actually love to test him out in something like SBR. So again, if you're someone who's struggling in SBR or ESBR for any one of these categories, he's going to bring immediate value to that. I like the way they handled this Goku. Again, not the craziest character of all time, but he's definitely one of the better EZA'S of this batch. But I would actually have to crown number 1 out of these 4 characters here. And by the way, LR Piccolo isn't in this list because he awakens with completely different metals, so keep that in mind. But we do have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Now, one thing to note is that, like I mentioned with some other characters like Bardock or Super Saiyan Goku, there aren't actually that many Super Saiyan 2 Gohans in the game that bring, like, that. Okay, before that sounds crazy, let me just show this to you, right? So Super Saiyan 2, if I type in Gohan here, you will see that there is this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. This Gohan is starts out as Super Saiyan, so it obviously doesn't really count. Because they're still going to be able to link together. This guy's teen doesn't count. I'm definitely running this Gohan over LR Gohan here. Same thing with this Ted Gohan, I'll explain why. And then every other Gohan here isn't really relevant, right? So, like, this Gohan, I would say, I'm not gonna say, is he the best Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right now in the game? Not include, I'm talking about just standalone, not including the AGL Gohan. The reason why I really think so, or reason why I'm giving him a lot of credit, is because he is, again, a designated 3rd slot support who's stacking defense, and there is a lot of value for characters who are not only designated to the 3rd slot, and they're not only supporting, but are strong defensively, right? So with this Gohan, and again, characters who get additional stats when performing a super attack, those types of characters are not best put or best placed in slot 1 because their defense isn't as high as it could be before you actually get attacked, right? So this guy being in slot 3 is going to allow him, in most cases, because some bosses can AoE you, but in most cases will allow you to get your extra 40% of stats before you get supered or get hit. He is supporting most types here. This is stupid. This should have been all types, to be completely honest with you. But he's supporting AGL tech and physical types, 2 key and 30% to stats. And if he's in the 3rd slot, he's getting an extra 120% defense. That's 240% defense, plus 40% on super, plus stacking his defense. And then giving all allies, not all allies, sorry, AGL tech and physical allies attack and defense plus 20%. So he is literally a 2 key, 50% support for most characters in the game, since that's, you know, most typings in the game. So he in the 3rd slot, giving 2 key, 50% to stats, 240% defense, slot 3, stacking defense. Like, I really like this Gohan, not only because of all of that, but because, again, like, I'm not getting that value from this Gohan. This Gohan, you know, can perform a lot of supers and crits and stuff, so he's definitely not bad at all. It's just, I feel like I'm getting more value from this Gohan, because, again, like, these two, you're not main rotationing, if I can put it like that. You're not going to put either of these 2 units on main rotation if you have, you know, better character. Like, obviously, if this Gohan is the best character in your box, then you're going to obviously put him main rotation. But considering every character in the game, these 2 are not main rotation material right now for the hardest content in the game. So if they're not that, then are they slot 3 characters? The answer is no. But this Gohan can actually live up to be that, right? So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Regardless, I would say this Gohan is the best option of the 2. You're going to be able to see this most of the time. Goku would have been the best option here, but he's delegated to SBR, which is, again, you're not... SBR and ESBR are like the only times you're really facing a lot of enemies outside of maybe things like World Tournament, but I guess would Goku be good there? Maybe. What else? I guess you can say like maybe the Cell Dokkan event or like the Metal Cooler Dokkan event, but even those, it's like, you know, like this guy is, it's harder to see him at his best compared to this going at his best. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give the best character here to Gohan and then Goku. Prioritize these two EZA'S first, and then Bardock, and then Super Saiyan Goku if you have extra medals. But keep in mind that at the end of the day, go for what really just benefits your box the most, right? Like if that Bardock is really going to come in clutch for you for whatever reason, then feel free to go with Bardock. But these two are without a doubt the best EZA'S of the four, not including LR Piccolo, of course. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.